Hey, 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 beautiful heart. What's vibin'? Dr. Denae, the Awakening Doctor here to do today's energy check-in. Let's see what the energy forecast is today. All right. So here we are already in June. Can you believe we are 6 months into this year? Holy crap. It has been flying. All right, we are starting out, whoops, with number 12, emotions. As I was saying in yesterday's reading, I know the emotions had been going really high for a lot of people going into this new moon. And I've been hearing from people as well, still kind of dealing with some emotions. So let's see. 15, gratitude. When you have an attitude of gratitude, whatever is going on in your experience, having this attitude of gratitude will move you through it so much faster and will bring you more things to be grateful for. So for those of you that have the habit of complaining, and I'm not picking on you, I'm calling you out, but I'm not picking on you, not judging you, because guess what? That's a matrix habit. And we can get into that and not even realize that's what we're doing. Complaining is resistance, it's doubt and fear, and it's judgment, and it will keep everything that you want away from you. So whatever emotions are going on, you can't change your emotions until you change your thoughts and your beliefs, because you don't get an emotion and then a thought comes. That's not how it works. You get a thought, then an emotion is going to rise up to match that. You magnetize and attract to you from your emotional body, from your heart. That's the feminine side of life. So, especially with this energy of June, June's a 6 month. The number 6 is representation of the divine feminine. Challenge yourself. If you're one of the people finding it difficult at this time to get into gratitude, start small. In all situations, there is at least one thing to be grateful for, even if you can't see it or monkey mind isn't allowing you to see it. And I know there's a lot of stuff going on right now. There is, and I'm not making light of any of it, but I'm here to help you get out of your own way. I'm here to help you on your journey, to show you the blind spots of where you fall back into monkey mind behavior and may not even realize it. So, and I know for my own life, when things were really intense, shifting into that attitude of gratitude, it may not be easy to do it right away, but it's not impossible. You may just need to get grateful that you have running water. You have indoor plumbing. You have clothes to wear. You know, you have the internet to watch this, whatever. Start small, build from there. Keep going in gratitude until that complaining is too uncomfortable. And look, number 8, choices. This is for those of you that were just saying, but Denae, you don't know what I'm going through. I'm going through this because of. I'm going to call you out. But and because, those are all excuses. It's all monkey mind. In every moment, you have a choice to put your attention on the issues. As you guys know, I call them illusions. Or are you going to make the choice that no matter what's going wrong or seeming wrong or whatever the appearance is, you are going to find something to be grateful for. Yeah, in every moment, you have the choice of what you're going to put your attention on. Depending on where you're at in the timeline, if you're newer to this journey, then yeah, it's going to be more intense for you. For those of you who have been on this journey for a while, it's not going to be as intense. For some of you, it may be, you know, you've gained a lot of illumination and wisdom, you've healed a lot, but you're leveling up to the next level, so the old stuff comes back up, kind of like, hey, I'm here. Do you really mean what you say? You really done with this negative attitude, blah, blah, blah? And it's going to throw everything at you to pull you back in. But in every moment, you have the choice. You are the authority over your life. You are the I am creator being, and you are the only one who has control of your mind. You may not feel like you have control of it right now, but again, that's altered ego deceiving you, gaslighting you. You have that choice because your body only takes direction from you. You know, for those of you dealing with any type of disease or health body issues, you have the choice. You could buy into what the doctor, science, and all of that is telling you, and that's absolutely your free will choice, or you get to decide, no, that's not my truth, and then speak what your truth is. Once you speak your truth and you've made that choice, you need to walk out that path. Is it an easy path? Do things change like that? Absolutely not. They don't. But the work that you put in to changing your mindset, healing your body, getting rid of those toxic thoughts and emotions that are making you sick, it is absolutely worth it. Absolutely. I get asked all the time, even people who've read my book, have had sessions with me, things like that. And I get it. You want the results that I've achieved. I totally get it. Don't blame you. I want you to get those results as well. But just reading a book, having a session or two, but not actually being self-responsible with your own thoughts and emotions and behaviors, you are absolutely going to frustrate yourself. Just going to let you know, because you can have all the information sitting in front of you. Hell, you could even, well, no, it's actually an application interview process to work one-on-one with me, because I don't open that up a lot, only because the work that I do with you is so intimate and so intense on that level. I only work with 4 people a year in my private one-on-one. That's like having me in your back pocket all the time. But even with that, if you don't put in the work, and you only put in the work when we're on the call or what have you, then, you know, again, no judgment, but these are choices. And being self-responsible for those is huge. And that could even just look like, you could be in this 5 of Swords of, oh my gosh, I keep doing the same thing over and over again. Why can't I listen? Why can't I do this? Blah, blah, blah. I know it seems hard while, you know, the crows are all up in your head and you're not able to see clearly, and your emotions are just driving you all over the place. Separating ourselves from our own toxic behaviors isn't easy, but it is absolutely 100% possible. And that's the journey you're on right now. This new moon has really opened up your eyes on a lot of things. You have clarity of what you need to do to manifest what you want to manifest, your intentions that you've set out. They are ready and waiting for you. It's not that because you've slipped back into these behaviors that they've just poof disappeared. No, they're waiting for you to pull your head out of your ass, put in the work that you're giving all the excuses to yourself. What do I mean? What does that look like? Well, I'm trying. Well, I'm doing this. I've been doing this for so long. Nothing changes. The reason why nothing changes is literally your thoughts and your feelings about the work and it not happening instantaneously. Guys, you did not get in the situation you're in with all that stinking thinking instantly. There's a lot of built up stuff you've got to get behind using different spiritual tools to rid your consciousness of. But it is absolutely doable. When you make that choice not to have conflict, not to have resentment towards yourself or anybody else, to avoid conflict, your life will show up for you and it will change. It will start doing things differently. Just recently I was asked, well, I'm doing my affirmations, I'm doing them, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And then right after, and this wasn't just from one person, towards the end of last week, there was about 10 different people with the same, not the same story, but what they were saying to me was exactly the same. And these people don't even know each other. And it was, well, I'm trying this, I'm exhausted, blah, blah, blah. And then because of this, and I'm healed right here, but I'm waiting for this to manifest. And then right after all of that, they'll go, but until this happens, boom. Anytime you have a but, it's altered ego, and it's an excuse for you to stay in your comfort zone. I teach you guys, when you set your intention, or, if you take something to God in prayer, do not curse your crop. Do not take it back as soon as you're done with your prayer or meditation. What does that look like? Do not go back into that old thinking, that old way, that, well, I gave it to God, but then all of a sudden you want somebody to listen to you. Oh, and here's the complaining, but it's taking so long. I'm so tired, but this, and because of this, guys, what I'm about to say could trigger you. It is what it is. I say it in love. But if I had stayed in that type of energy, I'm not saying I didn't do that, I did. But if I would have stayed in that, I would not be here today in the way that I am. I would not be healed from 7 different life-threatening diseases. I would not have had a complete mind shift, body, lifestyle change. No. Why? Because I wasn't in alignment with it. I was so busy buying into the story and the excuses. I did that for a little while, but I learned on this path the contrast, how my body felt when I agreed with the appearances. And I'm not saying, I don't teach you to gaslight yourself. I show you how you've been doing that, and I show you how to get out of that. But, it's a habit. It's a human habit. We get addicted to our stories. We get addicted to the comfort zone. We get addicted to the victim mentality, all the while saying we don't like it, but we're just doing a lot of talking, but no real action. It's all surface level. 100% of the time, it is altered ego running a program. It's always ran to keep you from seeing the truth. And the truth is literally in your own words. So if this is resonating with you and you find yourself getting frustrated, annoyed, whatever it is, with a time frame of how long this takes, what have you, you're a unique being. It will be a unique timeline and process for you. But universal laws do not lie. They work. You need consistency, continuity, and momentum. That's what you're up against. You're up against your own momentum in the matrix, in the negativity, in the complaining. You are literally in competition with yourself, nobody else. It doesn't matter what has been done to you, by whom. None of that matters. Yes, that was an excuse. Yes, it could have caused a lot of trauma. I am not invalidating that. What I will not do is get in that diaper with you and say, oh, that must have been so bad. I'm so sorry. Yeah, that was rough. No, that's what ego wants. That right there keeps you stuck. Guys, you are not, if you choose to, you are not what was done to you or what was taken from you or what's happened to you. You get to decide. In every circumstance, there is a higher good. There is a purpose. You get to make the choice. I get asked all the time, Denae, how did you do it? What were the steps that you did? I teach you guys my steps. I don't hold anything back. And here's what I tell everybody. This is not an overnight process. I didn't give up on myself. Were there times I wanted to give up? Hell yes, there were. Big time. You know, the closer I got to the breakthrough, that 11th hour, I spoke on that yesterday. In your 11th hour, everything's going to come at you. Everything's going to act up. Everything, not just in your body, not just in your relationships or your work. Hell, your pets will act up. Your car could act up. You know, the refrigerator can act up. I mean, crazy stuff. You could open your bedroom door, it falls off the hinges, whatever. Guys, there's energy behind it. There's thoughts and beliefs behind all of it. So for all of those questions, I get this question all the time. How did I do it? I worked the process. I didn't give up. Were there days that it was harder? Were there days that were exhausting and I didn't want to get out of bed? Absolutely. There were days I didn't get out of bed, but I still did something. It was in those times when I was so exhausted, I would put on a meditation, would do affirmations, whatever. The more that it seemed like it wasn't working, the harder I went at it because I had the knowledge and understanding that, wait a minute, this all started on the cellular level. This started in an invisible level. The work that I was doing, anytime you go in at the cellular level for this work, it is invisible. It's behind the scenes. It will not show up in your physicality, in your 3D reality until the divine time. But here's what's for sure. You stick with it, your manifestation will come to pass. It's the law. It has to. The problem is, most people give up. 97% of people give up in the 11th hour, right before the breakthrough. This road is not an easy road. This path is not an easy path. It's not meant to be. Why? Because you're here for a soul purpose, a soul mission. Yes, you need to heal yourself, get your mindset right and all of that, but it's not just for you. You have a story. You have, and here's what you don't want to do. You don't want to be telling the story, the broken story. You want to tell your success story. But to get to that success story, you've got to take this and see this awakening journey like you are training for an Olympic event. It takes a lot of practice. There's days you're going to be sore, days you're going to be tired, days you don't want to get up. But guess what? It is possible. You stick with it, you will see the manifestations coming to pass. New moon in Cancer, you and your loved ones are safe. It's time to take action. new moon in Aries. It is time to take action. You can ask yourself, where am I letting myself down? Where am I aligning with my own lies? Again, no judgment. Don't feel, if that hits you, don't feel guilty about it. Don't feel ashamed. Altered ego is going to want you to do that. Then it's going to want to give you a story around all of it. That's just all mental masturbation. You don't need it. What you need is to just say, you know what? Okay, that's how it's been. But today, all I have is the now moment. In this now moment, I will be grateful for blah, 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 blah. The ego cannot truly know anything. It can't. And guys, altered ego always comes in judgment, criticism, condemnation, blame, shame. Oh, and gossip. Gossip as well. That's another one. And you already know its voice. All of it behind it is doubt and fear. That is not your soul. Your soul does not have doubt and fear. It doesn't have those human habits. Do not hold on to anything. Let everything flow. Absolutely, absolutely. If you're holding on to any resentment towards yourself or other people, if you're still telling yourself the story of, but because this happened or this happened or this person, you are an altered ego. And you're just rehashing the same old and bringing it into you're taking the past and bringing it into your future. It's the exact thing you want to stop. You only have this now moment. So use this now moment to self-discipline yourself with your thoughts. Yes, the power of life and death is in the tongue, but it starts in your thoughts and your beliefs. For those of you where your emotions are running really high, and what I mean by that, guys, this could be positive emotions, it could be negative emotions. It doesn't matter. Altered ego will strike in both. That's why I teach you about having balance, and that's where we need to be. But for those of you where your emotions are really raw and all over the place right now, and you're looking for those to be justified, you will find justification in that. But is that really what you want? Do you really want to be aligning with other people that are enabling you and these emotions? Or are you really ready to take control of your life and your destiny and stop living and playing small? Are you really ready to step out into the fullness of who you are and manifest the way you want? Because you know you've been living your life from a place of less than. If so, if you answer yes, you have the choice in every moment. Start with gratitude. It will do wonders for your life. All right, guys. I really was hoping for a different message, but somebody needs that message. Probably a few of you, like I said, just with all the emails and the DMs that I've been getting, this seems to be the topic. So, all right, you guys, sending you oceans and oceans of love from my heart to yours. Namaste. Bye-bye.